I'm Kayla and I'm back with another video. I moved out at 19, I mastered a plan and stuck to my plan, and I was able to achieve my goal of moving out at the age of 19. To stay focused and determined. With anything in life, nothing comes easy. Everything is hard work, everything is dedication, everything is determination. And moving out is something that a lot of people, I feel like they think is easy and just like, oh, I want to move out, so let me find. No, it doesn't work like that. Moving out is a tedious job and a tedious move, literally, physically, mentally, emotionally, everything. So the first tip that I would definitely give anybody who's trying to move out is to make sure that you're going to remain dedicated, determined, and motivated, and focused on the end goal, which the end goal is, of course, to move out. Second step would be your requirements. So when it comes to moving, you all, there's a lot of things that go into it. You have to sometimes have a credit score. Sometimes you have to have 2 times the rent and show proof of your incomes, your pay stubs. At times they want you to have prior renter history, things of that sort. So you want to make sure that once you find the place or the area or the apartments that you want to live in, you go in there and you ask them, what is required for me to move in? Because you have to pay an application fee to move in, and it's so bad when you pay the application fee and then find out you're not approved because you don't have the credit score they need, or you don't have previous renters history, things of that sort. So I definitely recommend going around doing your background knowledge and just figuring out everything that you're going to need, so when you do apply, you're more than likely to get approved. This brings us to step number 3, which would definitely be to go ahead and come up with the plan. So by now you should know what's needed, how much rent is going to be, deposits, things of that sort. Once you know this, you're going to go ahead and plan out how you're going to get the money. Like, how are you going to get the money to move out? How are you going to buy the furniture to move out? How are you going to maintain the bills every month once you move out? Things of that sort. Come up with the plan, come up with goals. And I recommend doing small goals to make your larger income outcome. Basically what I'm trying to say is, let's say they tell you that your rent is $1,100 and you need it times 3 to move in. You need the first month, the last month, and the deposit. That will be what? $3,300. So I would say make a plan and break down $3,300 within a year span, however that is. So that'll be 12 divided by 3,300. Let's see what that is on the calculator. Comes up to $275. So every month you will be saving $275, and then by the end of the year, if you start in January or whenever you start, once 365 days have rolled over, you will have enough to move out. It's way easier to achieve your smaller goals and keep you motivated throughout the process than always looking at that bigger number. You know what I mean? So in my mind, saving $225 every month, and then finally like that last month or the month before or the month of, and actually seeing that I reach my goal, that makes it, for one, seem easier to obtain. It makes it go faster, and it's less stressful and less anticipation. You know what I mean? When you're saving up, you definitely need to go ahead and start purchasing items for your new residence, as far as a broom, a dustpan, cleaning supplies. You're going to need a bed, dresser, things of that sort, pots, pans, groceries, seasoning, everything. So I recommend buying things little by little. Of course, starting off with the things that won't really expire, and if it's in your budget, do the most cheapest things or the most expensive things. Your choice. Me personally, I feel like doing the most expensive things first, then doing the cheaper things really helps, simply because like at the end of the move out process, when it's time to sign the papers, you always get hit with like hidden fees, like $50 for a dog fee, $50 for this, $20 for that, and then sooner or later, like your money that you do have after you pay, you know, your security deposit and everything else starts trickling down, and then you're gonna have to figure out, how is this little bit of money gonna hold me over until I get paid again? So I recommend buying everything before you move in, so that way when you move in, even if you do get hit with hidden fees and things of that sort, it's okay. You'll be able to work with it, and you won't really be struggling until like your next paycheck. Not just about moving out. You guys have to remember that you're going to have bills every month. So you're going to have to make sure that you start practicing before you move in on how to save, budget, make your priorities figured out. Like, is it worth these $50 pair of shoes, or is this the $50 that I'm going to use for my light bill? You know what I mean? You have to really start being more mature and just making your priorities straight, and just figure out, what do you really want? Do you really want these shoes, or do you really want to be living on your own where you can do what you want, talk how you want, invite who you want over, things of that sort. No roommates. Do not move out with anybody. Your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your best friend, your sister, no one. Move by yourself. The reason why I say this is because even when you live with someone, like, okay, for example, let's say you live with your sister your whole life. Once you get that sense of freedom, it's going to be certain things that you want to do that you've never done before, and so along with your sibling, and they're going to end up clashing. It's not going to work. Do not move with nobody. Take my advice, okay? Take my advice. Trying to move with someone just really messes up the flow because you're depending on their half of the money. And what if they're not mature enough to save their money? Then you're short on the money when it's time to move in. Stuff of that sort. It's just be a lot when you're dealing with somebody else. And it's like, you know, some people don't have the willpower to say, I'm not going to do this so that way I'll be able to move. Things of that sort. And let's not get into the topic of once you move with that person and then you find out they do stuff you don't like. Don't move with nobody. I don't care if that means you'll get to your goal faster, you'll get approved faster. Don't do it. Don't do it. A lot of people say don't move out with someone, and I personally did not listen to that, and I just thought like whatever. Don't do it. Don't do it. You could be down with your man since high school, elementary school, wherever, and think, don't do it. Move by yourself first and then see if like you're ready to move somebody in, but try the experience by yourself. You feel what I'm saying? A final tip would be to be appreciative and take care of what you currently already have. Whether you're sleeping outside, sleeping on a pallet, just a box, sleeping on the floor, whatever it is, take care of it. God always says, take care and be grateful of the things that he gives you and he will multiply. So let's say you're living in a house with people you don't like, people that are messy. Take care of your own spot. Even if you're depressed, you don't feel motivated, do that. Watch how quicker things come to you and watch how many times everything that you have multiplies and upgrades by the grace of God. I definitely feel like that's a good tip. Start cleaning up your room if you don't clean your room up now. If you sleep in your car, start taking care of your car. Be more appreciative. Thank God for what you do have. Thank God that you're not a person that has nothing. Those are my tips and my tricks on how to move out at 19. Until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.